these people have been in office too long. You're talking about 20 to 30 to 40 years. Half of them have 1 foot in the ground and 1 foot on the earth. And they're in between 70 or 80 years old running your communities, not really even engaging your communities with a mad civil rights energy that portrays into the community that is failing us. We need jobs. We need economic growth in our communities. We need to own our own property.
About local politics, specifically here in South LA. And we all know that there is beef between some of our local council people. We don't have to name names. We know that they have personal issues that are impacting us as their constituents.
Right.
So in terms of political beefs, how do we overcome their petty issues? What is the cost to us in terms of our council people not getting along personally and not being able to come collectively for the benefit of the Black community? Tony?
I think we just have to sit down, and I think it's important to talk to everybody. I think that
we're talking about their personal beef.
I know, but
okay.
I work with all of them.
Okay.
I know who don't like who, and I know who I
can't. Is it petty? Does it got anything to do with us?
I don't know. I don't know all of the history.
Okay.
In terms, I know what we all.
What does the history got to do with us? We're paying them to do something for us.
I'm going to get to that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is that I realize I can't invite this one to that one and this one to that one. What I do know is that when I'll meet with them individually and say, this is what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'm working with this one, and this one. And I hope you don't have a problem with that, because what I'm trying to do is for the overall good of the community.
Okay.
And 100% of the time, they've conceded. I just know I can't make, but ours is no different than anybody else. You got white folks, politicians that don't like each other, that don't get along.
Sherman and Berman. You see them squabbing on TV?
That's nothing
that is
new.
Hilarious.
I think where we hurt ourselves is we seem to always talk about ourselves in a pathological way, as if we the only one doing something that everybody else ain't doing, and we don't have it, and we have special issues.
But me personally, I don't care about everybody else. I'm talking about what we need to do.
I know, but we
got beef.
But
and that
first
beef
we have to quit talking about it in a pathological way, as if we the only ones got issues and concern. I think for me, I talk to them and say, look, this is what I'm doing. Like when I work in HIV, I know who don't like who, but I say, hey, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. I want you to come. Can you come? I'm inviting this one, this, and this one. They come at this time. You leave if you feel uncomfortable. I ain't got no problem with that.
Okay. All right. So Shirley.
Well, of course, I think the brother is just totally wrong. When it comes to the bottom line, yes, they're petty, they're low lives, they're very selfish. They're not focused on the community for what they've been hired. Look, council people, assemblymen, senators, congressmen, these are jobs. These are jobs, and I'm going to go back to what this brother said earlier, which is so true. If they're not doing their job, and if we're not
some
doing
bipartisan
our job,
support.
Well, no, this is
cool.
we're all
because on the ground we're all Americans, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, but we have to work together.
Go ahead.
Indeed,
But if we look at the administration on a whole, from every level, when they're not doing their job, they need to be fired. This brother's wrong. He's friends with them. He says he knows them all. So he's got some kind of partisan with them. I'm going to tell you the real truth. The truth is these people have been in office too long. You're talking about 20 to 30 to 40 years. Half of them have 1 foot in the ground and 1 foot on the earth. And they're in between 70 or 80 years old running your communities, not really even engaging your communities with a mad civil rights energy that portrays into the community that is failing us. We need jobs. We need economic growth in our communities. We need to own our own properties. These are things that are going on. But yes, it is petty. They're selfish. And they're going to continue to just run agendas on the platform and never vote them through so they can keep their jobs, so they can act like they're doing something. But they're not doing nothing. They leaving you broke, and your communities are toe up because it's broke Democrats with no brain and half dead and 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the grave. Vote them out. That's what you do. You take an incumbent and you vote them out. Old crazy Democrats, young crazy Democrats. I salute the independents and the libertarians and the Ron Paul people and the Republicans. Power to my people. See, then they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything for my people. And I'm done. I'm done.
Stop talking. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to continue this spirited conversation. What are you doing? We'll be right back. Talk about political accountability with our hilarious panel here, actually. Right here on The Dialogue. Real Talk, Real People. I'm your host, Starla Quarles. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.